Monorants, the only boys rewatch podcast torn between a dead Latin heartthrob and a superpowered hamster. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
He's hamster.
we know which side you come down on then.
Hamster, always the hamster. You kidding me?
Yeah, no, that is pretty obvious. As obvious as it was how upset I was about Alex.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
You're all about Jamie.
The hamster's gonna win for me every time. The fact that he looked like one of my old pet hamsters too.
Yeah, as Butcher said, he's Ivan's problem now.
Oh,
he's loose.
Fuck! They have a flying hamster zooming around Moscow. That's amazing.
Yep.
There's a hamster, and he's clearly got a taste for blood.
Yep.
That's hilarious. I hadn't even thought about that. He's like a little cape and he's just zooming around.
Should we stop recording? You're going to need a few minutes.
I'm going to probably... I just have this picture of the KGB now trying to catch this super terrorist. That's a fucking hamster.
Welcome back to Monorants, guys. As usual, we will be breaking down the newest episode of The Boys in far too much detail, as evidenced by our immediate tangent. Today we're going to be talking Season 3, Episode 5, The Last Time to Look Upon This World of Lies.
Yeah, I'm glad you had to say that and I didn't.
I mean, they have had some long titles, but...
Yeah, what was it? Over the Hill with 1,000 Men?
Over the Hill, the Swords of 1,000 Men. And here is your obligatory spoiler warning for the comics.
Yes.
Especially with the legend in today's episode.
Yes, I'm going to be talking about the comic book version of the legend, so if you haven't read it, block your ears and go la 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 la.
Yeah. Or go and read it first and then come back.
Yeah.
That's always the better option.
Yeah.
The director for today's episode was Nelson Craig, who has done a whole bunch of stuff for Ryan Murphy, isn't it? American Horror Story.
Yeah,
American
he's
Crime
primarily
Story.
a cinematographer.
All right.
And has moved into directing.
Cool. And the writer was our favourite, Ellie Monahan. And yeah, really, really fun episode again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, character heavy?
Very character heavy, but this whole season is very character heavy because I think we've had some explosions and stuff like that of individuals, but the story's more compelling than just watching people get mangled.
Oh yeah.
The actual complete and utter downfall of Homelander is so much fun to watch.
I mean, and as much fun as it is to see Kimiko ripping off faces and people exploding out of penises and all that gore and ridiculousness, the characters and the storylines are why we keep coming back episode after episode.
I'm just there to watch Kimiko and Frenchie.
But that's why we keep coming back.
Hashtag kimchi. I'm all over that, and that I want to see that. I think I slapped the crap out of you.
Oh yeah.
When we were watching it.
Yes, it's still bruised.
Yeah, I'm all over that. I love
but
that.
it is really a character heavy show.
It is. It has become more so now. Season 1 was
very much establishing.
Yeah, it's here you go. Here's kind of the extremes they can go to. Season 2 was Nazis.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and the conspiracy and how deep it goes, and this now has moved away. There is still gore, but they've moved away from that being kind of the primary focus.
Well, I don't think it ever was the primary focus, but it was. It's the cherry on top.
Yeah. To now it being the characters and being character driven.
Definitely. But shall we jump into a summary for the episode before we jump into details?
Yes.
Back from Russia and falling apart, the boys are reduced to just Butcher and his mini-me Huey. But as Soldier Boy arrives in New York, Butcher forms an uneasy alliance with MM to track him down using an old Vought contact. Ashley gets a promotion, Deep fails upward, and A-Train gets more than he bargained for with an apology from Blue Hawk. And while Homelander plays businessman before having a chat with Maeve, Soldier Boy finally reunites with Crimson Countess, and Butcher pulls a Butcher.
Butcher does pull a Butcher.
Oh yeah, very much.
Butcher's
completely betraying MM at the end of the episode there.
Yeah, Butcher reverts to classic Butcher.
He does.
That's very much comic book Butcher.
Oh god, yeah.
That's the closest it's come to comic book Butcher, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not going to go into specifics, but there's one thing that Butcher does against MM. Well, there's one or two things that Butcher does against MM towards the end of the comics that are really, really fucking brutal. But this was right up there with them.
Yeah, no, this is the closest he's come to being that complete and utter arsehole.
And there's one or two other points where he really reminded me of Butcher in the comics as well. But we'll get onto that in due time, because today we're going to go slightly different and cover the 7 stuff first.
Yes. Because there's
slightly less important stuff going on in the 7th. Not less important,
but like it's not as
we're going
necessary to the plot.
We're going to talk about it less, so we'll go with it first. But it starts off with your favourite.
Oh my god, Ashley got a promotion. Who put her in that fucking suit? I suppose she was getting promoted to CEO.
I'm assuming Ashley put herself in that suit.
Yeah.
But Homelander put her in that position.
Oh, of course he did, because the second she, like, when she humbly accepts the nomination, starts telling the story about how her mother died of cancer when she was 17.
Yeah.
Homelander walks in and she still refers to him as Sir.
Oh yeah.
She's also the only one in that room in any position of safety.
Certainly in that moment. In that moment, she knows better than anybody else how to deal with that situation.
She looks so smug.
She does look, even after she sits down and she has a little bit of it.
She's so smug.
Yeah, she's pretty damn smug, especially when she tells poor Maureen that she's embarrassing herself.
No, she was giving her an out. That was a mercy.
It was, but she still looked pretty smug.
She did look smug, but that, well, as A-Train put it quite succinctly, a year ago you were fetching my coffee.
Yeah. And the rest of the board is just full of yes men and poor Maureen.
Poor Maureen. Now, she asked a very general question.
Oh, it was a valid question. Well, I assume it was a valid question. I have no fucking clue.
It was business.
What
I don't care.
Ibitas are.
I could even be arsed Googling it. That's how little I care for business. I Googled Sievert to find out exactly what that was and what a fatal dose of by Sievert is.
Yeah, but margins and stuff.
No, business nightmares, flashbacks, panic attacks. Can't do it.
No, I mean you're talking to 2 art students. Fuck that shit.
Excuse me, I was a theologian. That means I'm even worse at it.
Exactly. But yeah, poor Maureen is Maureen does need to learn how to read a room, perhaps.
It was a valid question.
No, it was a valid question, but the other 2 were immediately in with you are so great and thank you so much for doing it. And she doesn't even introduce herself. She just comes in straight away with one question. So I'm just saying, she wasn't wrong. She just needs to learn how to read a room. She could have approached it a little bit better, but she learns that pretty fucking quickly. He could have
also, answered that a lot better then, instead of belittling her and then realising, because you can see the panic where he's like, fuck, I need these people.
Yeah, that was the bit that I thought was really nice, was that after
when everything's starting to
yeah, the high-pitched whine is coming in.
Yeah, again. He's had that a lot this season.
Oh, he has, yeah.
Because he got it when he walked out.
Several times.
Yeah, he's had it a lot. And I think he's cracking.
Yeah, and I think in that moment, what I took from it is he seems to be going, oh, fuck, this is what Stan was talking about. There's nobody to cover for him.
Yeah, the book stops with him now.
And as much as he didn't like that this person is smarter than him, he's kind of starting to realise, no, maybe I actually do need some people who are smarter than me around me.
It's not smarter than you, it's just knowledgeable in a different way.
Oh, I mean, we realise that.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's threatened by everybody.
Yeah. Anybody who's more knowledgeable, more better than him at any particular thing, and he's threatened.
He has to be number 1. He's not number 2.
No, he's not number 2.
Not number 2. He does miss the biddy, though.
Oh, he definitely misses the biddy, and he is the biggest turd.
The cow bit yet, actually.
My guess is we're going to get the cow bit during Herogasm. It would fit.
Yeah.
It would fit.
Yeah. But yeah, the Homelander likes the biddy, and he must be number 1. He cannot be number 2.
Yeah, so it looked like he was maybe learning a little bit of
humility.
Only in the sense that it would benefit him.
Actualization,
so does that count?
Realization.
Yeah, maybe realization. I don't think it counts as actual humility.
No, well, considering he just basically belittled her until she nearly cried.
Yeah, and hers was the way she's pandering to him is out of complete panic, and she just doesn't know what to say. And you can tell it is just pure, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And I think Ashley is giving them both an out there.
Yeah,
she's letting Homelander save face.
Yeah, because he's coming across as a petulant child, and Meredith or Maureen literally might cry.
Well, he doesn't. Maureen can't make it any worse for herself. No, because she just gets out.
He can,
and he doesn't have to backtrack or anything.
And he didn't have to laser anybody. Because
Exactly.
that's where it was kind of going.
And then everybody else is straight in with more yes man talk.
Yeah, well, in fairness, the whole board is like, please don't kill us. Because the board have to be aware of the sheer amount of cover-ups and stuff like that are going
most
on.
of them were probably the ones in the room with Stan panicking over the V reveal.
Oh, God,
You know, the ones where they were like, we can go full denial, high risk, high reward, or we can go full accountability.
So
blah, blah, blah.
they're aware of all of the cover-ups and everything like that. They know exactly what he's done to a certain degree.
Well, I'd say they know a lot of what Stan's done, and a fair bit of what Homelander's done, or at least what Stan thought of Homelander. So they're definitely going to be as wary of him, if not warier than Stan was.
He was just like, kiss his ass, get him out of the room. We don't actually need his approval for anything. We can still move ahead.
Oh, but his line about the mountain to Muhammad.
The mountain, thank you for coming to 99.
The mountain to Muhammad, as it were. Oh, what a tosser. Yeah. and speaking of other tossers, and probably the biggest yes man of them all, we see Deep often.
Kevin!
Yeah.
He comes so far!
Nah, I'm not liking him much this season, but it's probably more to do with the puppet master.
Well, he's just reverted to type. He spent his whole life and his whole career being told what to do, where to go, how to be. He got booked out on his own. He got taken in by the church because he's a chump.
Yeah.
And now he's got Cassandra and Homelander telling him what to do, where to go, how to jump. And he's happy like that. Yep. He doesn't have to think. Because in fairness, the last time he kind of went against Cassandra, she made him eat his...
I was just about to say, he just has to keep his dick out of basically anything other than Cassandra, and he should be okay and safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he's taken over in crime analytics, and poor Bar has to stand there
Barbara
and listen to all his bullshit.
Yeah, after 13 years of running crime analytics.
Yeah, amazing for somebody with no practical experience. What a fucking dickhead!
Analytics.
What a dickhead!
It's analytics. I don't think there's a practical experience type side to it.
Well, no, doing the job is the practical experience.
And she's been doing it for 13 years.
Yeah.
Poor Annika.
Oh yeah, Annika just looks absolutely horrified.
It is. And we got you cupcakes from Sprinkle.
Yeah, but Cassandra can go and fuck herself.
Yeah, she can.
Mouthing these deep speeches as he's saying them.
I wonder if she has the Flounder Pounder.
The Deep's Flounder Pounder?
Yeah. Well, she obviously has. Like.
Well, she has the actual Deep's Flounder Pounder. And it probably is a literal Flounder Pounder. But yeah, no, it is. The whole thing is just so horrible and cringe. And he's like, oh, and everybody has to sign up for performance reviews. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it just... Yeah, like, he did one thing and to get back in with Homelander. And now he's straight back to being a douchey little fucking shit.
Well, I think he pissed me off more in the last episode, being
having a fight with
A-Train? His little bitch fight with A-Train, where they were just...
I just thought that was so funny, because the pair of them took a blow each and were knackered.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious, but...
Now, okay, A-Train did go a little bit low and punch him in the gills.
Yeah, but the Deep was just being a dick.
Yeah, they both were. They've also fixed the saggy suit problems.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Yeah. No, it is. The episode 1, season 1, he has got the Nora Batty tights thing going on. But yeah, he's back to being like full on dickhead, bro, frat dude.
Yeah, he's as worse as he was before, just minus the sexual assault stuff, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They haven't brought on a new female member of the team for him to try it on with.
No, I think he knows that's what got him turfed out the first time.
Yeah, he's going to put in the person who wants it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or thing.
Yeah.
See mammal or animal. Timothy. Poor Timothy.
I actually think that's the most upsetting thing that I've seen on The Boys was him eating Timothy. I actually think that actually upset me. I like when he was going, he's praying for his family. It just
in all our many, many watches of all the episodes of this show, you have never made me skip through anything.
I only watched that scene once.
Except for the first,
I could only watch it once.
The Timothy scene once, and you have made me skip through it the other 2 or 3 times we watched that episode.
Can't watch it. Can't do it. Hurts my heart. Hurts my soul. But apparently that's my line. And that was a lot of people's lines as well. Like, a lot of people were like, hashtag, like, R.I.P. Timothy. Or Justice for Timothy. Oh yeah, no,
that was a big thing.
Yeah, people were like, damn, okay. Yeah, I could watch people like getting into other people's dicks all day long, but no, the Deep eating him.
No, not down for it.
Nope.
And speaking of Justice for Timothy, and he wants justice for Alex when she confronts A-Train. calls him
she calls him a coward.
Calls him out. Calls him a big fucking coward and tells him.
And he is. He went running to fucking, like, Homelander.
Yeah, she puts it straight out there as well. And was like, you know...
After all the shit he has done to you and all the shit he has made you do, they made you kill your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Popclaw, you know he didn't do that to Popclaw without Homelander threatening him.
Oh yeah, and he did all the running of the A-Train, or all the running of the V around the world, and all the stuff that he's done for Homelander, for all of Homelander's plans, and... Like,
and yeah, okay, he did do the solid by getting them all the stuff on Stormfront, but that was, I think, more at...
That was just to get himself back in.
Yeah.
But after being told that he's a fucking coward, he has to go in and face Blue Hawk.
What? Oh my god.
And it's a dick move dropping it on him like that as well, and I think that was probably done intentionally, where they're like, oh, Homelander's like really happy with you being a team player, so you know,
here's Blue Hawk.
Here's Blue Hawk to have that chat that you wanted to have right now. Oh my
god, he's such a fucking asshole.
And Blue Hawk's an absolute cunt.
Oh my god.
Of the highest order.
He's such an asshole.
Do you know it's actually racist to call somebody racist?
Fuck you fucking prick.
People like that need to have their faces caved in. Like, fuck off.
But he, like, even his outfit and everything, it's like real, like, that 1950s motorcycle cop kind of style. Like, he's just missing a billy club.
Yeah, and it's also got, like, secret police vibes to it as well.
Oh, just a little bit, because he's got, like, a little visor hidden up in the helmet. Did you notice that? But he is, like, and everything's, like, comes right up. That helmet's real weird. It comes up quite far at the back. So you could, like, theoretically just get him in the back of the head.
Somebody needs to, or just take his head off, because he's an absolute cunt.
Oh my god, he's such a fucking dickhead.
And Ashley's little look at him when he's like, what, am I being cancelled? And he starts like making fun, and she just looks at him like, that's not why you're here.
Yeah, you are not helping yourself in this situation. You need to sit down and be quiet.
Yeah, and he pretty much does. He's like, oh, what can I do to make this right? And
no, he actually is a fucking gobshite.
Oh yeah, and he did. I can't remember the name of the guy who plays him.
He was Kyle Valenti in Roswell.
There you go. Google it.
Which is the last thing I'd seen him in, and it's really weird for me because I'm like, no, you're not a dick. You're the sheriff's son. You're like wholesome and nice.
But no, he plays this guy just to a T. He's such an unlikable absolute
Nick Welchler.
Right. But yeah, what a dickhead. What a dickhead is Blue Hawk. And he agrees to make an apology, and Ashley's like, oh yeah, it's tough to have these, you know, the hard conversations, but yeah, we're doing the good work. It's like, oh, fuck off, Ashley.
Yeah, no, honestly, when she was like, oh, we're going to have an apology, I thought he was going to like just do one. You know the way A-Train had to issue that apology
for Robin?
For Robin in the lobby?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
I thought they were going to do that, but then they would have to admit that he had been racially targeting people.
Yeah, they would have had to make a bigger...
They would have had to have like...
news story about it. Yeah, because A-Train is so far... A-Train is the one who is pursuing this. It's not necessarily a local news story, because the only local news we saw about it was what his brother showed him. And in that... It was only Blue Hawk's side of the story.
And the woman who was being mugged.
Yeah. And it was his brother who told him, oh, it was actually just a guy who was walking home from work, and he does this shit all the time. Yeah,
he overpolices, and everything about him just makes me so angry.
Oh yeah, and he's even worse later on when he actually goes to give his apology.
Oh, fucking hell.
But before we get to that, we see Homelander and Annie, and they're talking about how to respond to what's happened in New York with Soldier Boy.
And he's all like, oh, we have to worry about the share price. No, you don't. You need to go and deal with the guy who's just incinerated a fucking diner. But that's his response is, oh yeah, well, we'll get us on to...
We'll reassure the people that it's okay.
All the publicity side of things. It's like, no, you need to actually go and stop this person. Because apparently he's real fucking powerful, and like last time yous were going mad for a guy who didn't do that much damage.
Yeah, and well, there was no guy really the last time.
No, he wasn't really a super terrorist. He was just being smuggled, trafficked. Whereas this guy
kind of actually
is. He's a terrorist, just a wee bit. Now I know that seemed to be a PTSD triggered response, but
I mean the footage that's there just shows a guy like exploding out his chest, and I'm gonna guess at this point Homelander has seen the devastation that was caused, so he's probably not all that keen and
And
going
why
up
were
against
they
him himself.
going, holy shit, maybe Nagakib somehow survived being decapitated? Because it is kind of a burning truth moment.
It is. But yeah, no, Homelander's response is just, no, let's how do we like handle this from a PR perspective?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't go out and fight people on the fly.
No, that's what crime analytics are there for.
Yeah, crime analytics go
scheduled.
Exactly. Exactly. And Annie's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then has to reel it back a little bit.
He does the smartest thing, which is fine, you go deal with it.
Yeah, but not before repeating what Maureen had said earlier on. And being like, well, you go and deal with that. Some of us have to worry about share prices and EBITDA margins.
Yeah.
And it's just like Ashley in the previous episode.
Are you being fucked by stupid?
Yeah. Somebody who felt they were being dressed down. In this case, Maureen wasn't dressing him down, but using that thing and pushing it further downhill. Like,
yeah, it's like, oh, I have to go and worry about all this now because I'm the head of this company. I'm this important that I don't even worry about capturing the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about our fucking share price. How many shares do you own, Homelander? Do you have shares? Does it matter to you?
No, but he's...
Well, he is like a product of Vought, so if they fold, he's fucked.
Well, there's that, but I think he's trying to prove Stan wrong now. That's the only thing he really cares about. He's
gotten him shit canned. Like, he's won. You've won. Stop.
But he hasn't won because of that conversation he had with Stan in the last episode where Stan was like, I'm not impressed and you're going to collapse under your own ego when you do something wrong and there's nobody there to cover it up for you. So that's...
No, Ashley's there to cover it up for him.
But nobody's as good as Stan.
No.
And he knows that. And I think that's why he's trying so hard to be business Homelander in this episode.
Oh, I want him to put on his executive business cape.
I was actually just hoping for like a blue suit, but he still has the cape attached to the back of a normal suit.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Kind of like Harvey Birdman.
Yeah, where he's just wearing the cowl.
Yeah. But yeah, so Annie heads off to try and actually do something about it. She calls Huey and says, well, I assume that's Soldier Boy who's just blown up a part of New York. And Huey's like, yeah, we're heading there now.
Is that who I think it is? Yeah, probably is.
And Annie decides that she's going to head into crime analytics and get them to check up on it.
And crime analytics is a little bit quiet.
There's like 2 of them left.
I just love the fact that Annika is like still rocking the almond joys because she knows that'll definitely keep Noir away.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's got them open, like, which is even worse. Can somebody please tell me what the fucking almond joy is? Somebody who's like in the States. Vague description.
Yeah.
Take a photo of one.
I mean, we could Google it, but where's the fun in that?
It doesn't, yeah, but when it doesn't accurate, I need like a cross slice of one or something.
You need to see a cross section of an almond joy.
Yeah, I need to see how it's constructed. It looks interesting. Also, what's a bit of honey?
I don't know, yeah, because we do get that callback later on.
Yeah,
he's got all her favourite candy bars there. But yeah, so Annie's like, well, let's try and track him down. And Annika's like, yeah, we could do that. It'd take this long to do with this many people pulling double shifts. And Annie's like, cool, let's do that. She's like, well, we've only got like 2 of us now because the Deep fired everybody else.
Because they had some...
It was like some tweets that weren't super supportive of Homelander or his actions over the years. And we were told that they only wanted team players.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't link where you work on any of your social media.
But I think Annie is like, fuck. It's not just that he's doing board meetings and putting Ashley in CEO. He's putting
everything.
Yeah, he's putting all of his like most loyal people in,
he's
positions.
Making it Homelander Tower.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Apparently
much is. He is building that army of Supermensch.
Well, no, but he is the only one.
I'm the master race. That's the point.
And speaking of master races and fuckheads, we get to see Blue Hawk's supposed apology and how badly that goes. And you think A-Train would have at least learned he didn't like the meeting with Blue Hawk getting sprung on him. Why does he do the exact same thing to his brother?
Yeah, and Nate is rightfully pissed off because Nate's like, I built this fucking community centre. These people here all fucking trust me.
Yeah.
We've come here for something else. You can't just spring this on me. You can't bring this guy in here. Like, these people won't like this.
A-Train tries to be like, oh, but you told me to, like, use my platform for the community.
Not like that.
He's like, no, that's not, yeah.
Not like that. And your Pepsi ads.
His Pepsi ad.
Your Pepsi ad.
Turbo Rush ad.
Like, did not help.
Even
there's a protest on down the street.
Even if that apology went down as intended, as well as it could have, and given them their 10 grand and then just left without anything else happening, that isn't A-Train using his platform to help anybody. That's A-Train forcing a guy to come and make an apology that he clearly doesn't want. It's not A-Train taking a stand publicly against, racial injustice or anything like that. Because even what A-Train says to his brother, he's like, he has to make an apology, Vought get a bit of publicity, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
But it's fucking not. Like, Vought aren't going to publish anything to do with this.
No.
And it's...
The camera crew's just there as a fucking formality. Like, I don't even think they're filming.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But his apology is just so fucking bad. It's like
if he could,
he doesn't even pause. There's no punctuation. It's just blah 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 blah.
Do you know what it's the sexual harassment face?
Oh yeah, the sexual scandal apology face.
Yeah, that one. He's like, and he reads it kind of like this. I've been forced to do this, and I don't really believe in it.
But when
like, it's almost like go and shake hands, and they just kind of go up and like slap at each other.
The part that I just kind of cracked up at was when he's like, and I have nothing against black people. Some of my friends are black, like A-Train, and he points to A-Train, and you could almost see it written in the notes beside the word black. Points to A-Train. And A-Train just kind of looks at his finger like, seriously.
And Nate's just stood behind him, staring at him, being like, you fucking gobshite.
Yeah, and then he says he's going to donate 10 grand to the community centre, and he's like, bye-bye. And tries to leave, and obviously, and immediately, people in the crowd call him out, and are like, well, what the fuck good does that do for the person that you murdered? And it all very quickly devolves.
A-Train does try and get in there and be like, look, just leave it. Let's go. But he probably should have manhandled him out of there before things escalated that badly.
Yeah, and I think the only reason A-Train didn't step in sooner is because he doesn't really have his powers anymore. I think if that was full powered A-Train, he probably would have like choo-chooed that motherfucker straight out of there.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason why he doesn't do anything about it. And even when after he's knocked people about the place, A-Train still very much just pushes him out the door.
And it's just like shouting at him. He's not like actually got him and is manhandling him out of there, which is what he probably should have done. He should have just dragged him out of there.
He should be caving his face in.
Yeah.
Is what he should be doing.
Yeah.
And he realises that all too late when he sees
Nate's been injured.
Nate's been caught up in the carnage and is on the floor in a
Poor
heap,
Nate.
bleeding from the side of his head.
Yeah, with 4 fractured vertebrae. Will never walk again.
Yeah. No, we see how...
Nate has only ever stood next to him, has encouraged him the whole time, he's taken him back.
And sports very much seem to be his life. He's talked all about, like, he coached A-Train, now he's coaching kids.
Yeah, he's in this community centre, he loves it, he gets great fulfillment out of it.
Yeah.
And A-Train has ruined all of that for him.
Yeah, by half-assedly...
Yeah, Reg, you fucked up.
Oh yeah, and in a big way. And then we see that it hasn't made...
done fucked up, Reg.
It hasn't made a lick of difference. In fact, if anything, it's gone the other way because that absolute cunt of a cunt...
Oh, fucking prick.
Is on the news going, I was just there trying to make an apology and some Antifa guys...
He was making a donation to a community centre.
Yeah, and some Antifa...
And a guy pulled a weapon. That's his fucking excuse. Is somebody pulled a fucking weapon.
And it's such a shame that these Antifa guys had to come out and ruin it. And it just... Oh, it makes the blood boil. It really makes the blood boil.
Such a gobshite.
Yeah, that just... Oh.
I will say that Nick Welshler, well done. That is a despicable fucking character.
Oh, yeah.
That, honest to God, that he makes me so angry.
This show is so good at that with the various characters across the board.
Oh, Ayakash is Stormfront. Ayakash, amazing. Stormfront, fucking despicable.
Yeah, and I mean, how heated have we got talking about the characters and the characters' decisions and what they should and shouldn't be doing, and on both sides of it,
but
the Seven and the boys.
Like, we've only seen Blue Hawk in the footage, some of the footage, and then 2 meetings, and you know exactly who he is.
Yeah, and I mean, even more so than like Gunpowder. Gunpowder had his kind of NRA thing and was supposed to be, right wing and obviously the gun guy, but it was more about what happened with Soldier Boy.
This is very
this is just
sinister.
Yeah, he's so good. He really is.
He's the embodiment of that really bizarre thing that's been happening in the US where people have gotten bolder with, like, you get
with
that...
their horrible racism.
Yeah, like, it's coming out, like, you've had it with Stormfront and the Storm Chasers, and she said it herself, people like what I have to say, they just don't like the word Nazi.
Yeah.
And that's where we're getting these...
Unfortunately seems to be fucking true.
And this is very much his. He doesn't... Why should he have to hide it anymore?
Yeah, and you can see that in the meeting.
When he starts shouting statistics at people, when he's like, oh, I go where the crime is, the crime just happens to be in black neighbourhoods, and statistically speaking, they're more likely to commit murder and this, that and the other.
Yeah, the angrier he gets, the less control he has over what he's supposed to be saying instead of saying what he wants to say.
And then he comes out with my favourite fucking line. Do your research. On what, motherfucker?
Yeah. Do your research. Shorthand for I don't want to have to justify my position. Yeah. My idiotic...
But, like, that's it. He's like, do your fucking research. And it's like, they live here. They know. This.
Yeah, they know, dude.
They know that you are out here fucking just cruising for...
Just looking for excuses.
A victim.
Yeah, just looking for excuses to beat the fuck out of black people because you're a horrible cunt.
Yeah.
And he is and I really, really hope that he gets his comeuppance.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's going to.
Oh, well, I mean, if they killed Alex so horribly, and Alex was a good guy, if they don't have Blue Hawk die equally horribly, like, I want to see this fucker get torn limb from limb and slowly. Like, what a prick.
Yeah, I if they do manage to overwhelm him, if he shows his face in a neighbourhood.
Oh, yeah, like, trample him to death. No. I'd like to see him get trampled to death.
Remember the news footage from when Richard Ramirez was captured?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
When he was, like, running down the freeway from the fucking angry mob of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, I want an entire community to go to war with him with bottles and chains and fucking baseball bats with nails in them. And I want to see it all on screen because fuck that guy. So badly. Just fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, he's...
But that's enough about him.
God, he's a prick.
That's enough about him.
Thumb screws.
Because that coat hanger right in the penis.
Yeah, really fuck up the bastard.
But yeah, from one despicable, absolutely horrible bastard to another, when we see that Homelander has decided that he's going to have a go at Maeve. And kind of in a somewhat final way, perhaps?
Yeah, like, it's kind of the come to Jesus moment for them. It's like, we know he needs to sort out where they stand because they've got this real uneasy truce where they've got such a long history and they've both got so much shit on each other.
Yeah, well...
Like, and nothing she can do. Like, she can't release the plane footage because it's going to be a shit show for her as well.
Yeah, she said that earlier on in the episode.
Anything that she witnessed, like, when you think about the last kind of thing that they were on together before the plane was that shooter in the tower, in the, like, skyscraper, and he puts his hand through the guy's chest, and he's like, you know the drill. That's been SOP for them for at least a decade. So it's this weird thing that he doesn't want to lose her because she's probably the person who knows him the best. But at the same time, she's plotting against him.
I think this is his one last chance to scare her straight. That's, I think, what he plans going into
to try and get her on side.
Yeah, because he has this love for her, as he says in it, and that they went through so much together, and it's lonely at the top, but they were lonely together, and all this shit that he comes out with. I think it's one last chance to see if he can win her over.
Well, and no, because considering he opens that with, like, you just had to go and sleep with him because I can smell him on you.
Yeah.
So, ew, number one, she didn't shower after a fucking drinking sex binge.
Yeah.
Like, you drink that much vodka, you gotta have a shower the next day because you're just gonna, like, you'll be sweating it out your pores. It's, ugh.
Especially after sleeping with somebody like Butcher.
On a sticky table.
Yeah.
That table looks sticky.
Yeah. But, yeah, I know what you're saying, that, like, he goes in there and he's pretty fucking harsh from the get-go, but it's just the way he goes through that speech. I think it is like one last thing to be sure before he does have Black Noir take her away. And, you know, he's like, was any of it true? And she's like, well, from the very start,
I hated you.
I fucking hated you.
And on top of that, I pitied you. And she calls him John. That's how you know she's worried. She's like, no, John, here, come on.
Yeah, no.
And he's like, "Don't you join me!"
Yeah, and I think
he got very hurry. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? He did go a little bit like that.
Yeah, and I think she knows herself as well. Things are coming to a head, and that's why she's going for the job.
She has zero fucks to give. Like, Elena's gone.
Yeah.
He's literally destroyed anything she's cared about.
Yeah.
He drives away everybody. She has nothing. Like, she's only got kind of him.
Yeah, and she's already said that it was a bluff to use the Flight 37 video. So yeah, if she only has him as her option, she'd rather have fucking nothing at all. And she tells him...
Well, we know that she's going into this with the view that she's not going to make it out of it. Yeah. She's already resigned to that. She knows that if it's the last thing that she's going to do, she is either going to kill or at the very least seriously damage him. It's that whole, if I'm going to hospital, at least one of you is coming with me.
Well, and she's already said that she wants to be able to weaken Homelander up enough that the soup weapon could take him out. Now, she knows there is no soup weapon and she knows Soldier's Boy's on the loose, but she's actually just given a ton of the temporary V to Butchers, so he obviously has another plan and she can't give that up. So she's going to die to allow Butcher the shot at Homelander instead of trying to fight to allow.
Like, it does track as well with Comic Book Maeve, who had been working with the boys as an informant for years, who made it her mission.
Retroactive big spoiler for the comics there.
We've already spoken about it.
Yeah.
And that's her whole goal, is taking down Homelander.
And even Maeve in the comics does, at the very end, make a stand.
Yeah.
Like an actual stand against him. Less of an emotional one like she makes here. It's more just an actual physical fight.
Yeah, but Maeve in the comics is a drunken whore.
Pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, she's just there and she's generally drinking a martini and being bitter.
Yeah. But, we did miss, before Homelander comes to talk to Maeve, he's on with Cameron Coleman.
I love me some Cameron Coleman. I actually medically need to see Ashley buggering him.
You want to see Ashley peg the fuck out of him?
Oh God, yeah, over the desk and being like, "Who's your daddy?"
She's probably got him a special dildo chair to sit on now.
Yeah, most likely. But I was really expecting some sort of scene of her going at it, like.
We might get it yet. We might get it in Herogasm.
Yeah, we might. Ooh.
You just said you wanted it.
I know.
And now you're shuddering at the thought of it.
Yeah, because if it's involved in the Herogasm, it's going to be weird.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Homelander and Cameron are having a little chat about how, you don't need to be worried about what happened in New York.
Safe.
It's probably just Stan Edgar and the mayor having a go at me. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Stan Edgar and the mayor incinerated a city block.
Just to make Homelander look stupid. Yeah. Mm-hmm, of course. Yeah. And I like the way he's like, I don't know anything about the Storm Chasers, but I completely agree with what they're saying.
Yeah. No, I don't condone their actions at all, but the spirit of the message.
But yeah, no.
He's a polo, khakis and a tiki torch away.
Oh, yeah.
Because the tiki torch is the most important part of that.
Oh, of course. But yeah, that's just a short bit before he goes to see Maeve. Yeah. And then
I'm always happy to see Cameron Coleman anyway.
Oh, yeah. But after Maeve has her heart-to-heart with Homelander...
And she's taken by Noir.
Yeah, she gets taken away by Noir.
To a wellness centre.
Yeah, as we find out when Ashley comes to see...
In Malibu.
When Annie comes to see Ashley and storms in.
I don't think comes to see is the right phrase.
Yeah, storms into Ashley's office and is like, where the fuck is Maeve?
Yeah, and Jesus, Ashley's scared. That's the one time that you see the mask slip. Because she's been very kind of cool, calm and collected this season, as opposed to last season when she was actually ripping her own hair out.
I don't know if she's cool, calm and collected, but she's
hate fucking everybody else to keep herself on track.
Yeah, no, she's found a way to deal.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, well, she's not ripping her own hair out anymore.
Yeah, she's found a way to deal.
And it's the first time kind of this season where you get to see that side of Ashley again, that the panic, terrified, I'm in over my head, please fucking help me. Yeah. That has always been simmering there. Even Stillwell had it. It's the first time that you get to see Ashley like that this season. And she's looking around and you can just see it in her. Like, she just like, I don't... And then she realises, no, I'm the CEO. you listen to me.
Oh,
She's too afraid of Homelander to actually help Annie.
Yeah, I think if she's going to turn against Homelander, it needs to be for something like absolutely massive and absolutely concrete. So she knows that
not breaking Maeve out of wherever she is, wellness center.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it is. It's fear of Homelander, and if she knows enough to know that Homelander has taken Maeve away,
she's probably the only other person who knows where Maeve is.
Yeah, and it's because Homelander obviously considers her in some way a threat.
Yeah.
And if Starlight's still around, she's obviously not as big of a threat as Maeve was.
Well,
so
he needs Starlight.
He does, but yeah.
He needs her approval ratings.
I think
actually he doesn't need Starlight's approval ratings because he needed them before he went on that mad rant about how I'm better than you.
Yeah.
That whole thing, and everyone was like, "Oh, the Roosevelt loves you," and I was like, "Of course they fucking do."
Yep.
So he's basically now like, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, and I think Ashley's like, well, if I go with you, it's going to be me that he kills a lot sooner.
Yeah.
And for the minute, I'm just going to follow him.
Well, she does say it. She's like, I don't have powers.
Yeah. And
I can't survive getting shot in the chest with a 50 cal and flung across a park.
Yeah. And when she tells her to, just be human, and that's when Ashley does come close to saying something.
Well, like, we've had a couple of instances of people telling Ashley to be human.
Yeah. Maeve herself
has been like, Ashley, just for once in your life, be a fucking human.
Yeah.
She's so caught up in all of the I have a career and a CEO and this, that and the other. Well, that when the humanity side of things does come out and she doesn't know what to do with it.
And I think as well, but when Annie says it to her that is your life worth the job?
Yeah.
It's not that she's risking her life to do the job.
I'm pretty sure the job is her life. I think she lives in Vought Tower.
Yeah, I think she has to do the job or it is her life. Yeah. Like if she tried to turn around to Homelander tomorrow and say, Homelander, I respectfully resign. Don't think that's going to go down well.
No, she'll respectfully resign herself off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly. But that's more or less everything from the Seven side of things for this episode.
Yeah, it's a bit messy. Like, so we've got Maeve got kidnapped.
Yeah, Homelander's basically
insane and
in charge.
Yay!
Yeah. Blue Hawk is an absolute cunt.
Yes.
And A-Train has severely fucked over his brother.
I think A-Train's going to go all falling down.
It'll be really interesting to see where A-Train's going to go because it's always, up to this point, it's always been looking out for number one.
Yeah.
And now he's fucked over his
He's
brother.
either going to become like really, not politicized would be the wrong way, but he's going to become more involved in the BLM movement. Oh my god. Soup Lives Matter? You fucking arsehole. Sorry, I forgot about that. Oh!
Yeah.
He's either going to become more involved at a grassroots level. I think he's probably going to retire.
I don't know what way they're going to go with him, but it will be really, really interesting.
I don't think he will stay at Vought, knowing that Vought have lent into this cover up as well and are protecting Blue Hawk.
Yeah, no, it will because it's the first time that he's going to have to consider somebody other than number one.
Yeah, like everything up until then had just been him fucking himself over.
Well, apart from his girlfriend, whom he killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Robin, whom he killed. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. He never suffered the consequences of any of his shitty actions before. And now he's face to face with the consequences of his actions. And it's one of the only people he probably actually loves and cares about.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. Their mom's not around anymore. It's only him and Nate. And Nate is the one person who's always looked after him.
Yeah, and we are seeing, as much as he is still a bastard, we are seeing a more sympathetic side to A-Train.
Yeah, well, he's not all that. And he should be more involved in community matters. When he broke his leg, and he's going around the store, and the security guard is following him.
Yeah, they've kind of teased racial issues with him before.
He should be more aware of that, and he should be mad about it.
But that's the whole point, is that he has to be told to be mad about it, and then he handles it completely fucking ass backwards.
Yeah. But it's like, you've been profiled, you've seen it firsthand. You should be mad about the fact that one of your colleagues, essentially, is going around pounding people into the ground.
Yeah.
You should be mad about this.
Oh, yeah. But then for our boy side of things today, it starts off with some not so nice visuals as to what happened to Soulja Boy over the last
so they're still in Russia. Soulja Boy in the wind, Kimiko not healing, Jamie zooming around the place.
As previously discussed.
Entire secret facility destroyed.
More or less.
Butcher elated.
Yeah, Frenchie.
Huey pukey.
Yeah, Huey quite pukey, and just fixated on these tapes of Soldier Boy being experimented on, which are pretty brutal.
Yeah, because the one that he's watching is from 1986, so that's 3 years after they've taken
2 or
him.
3 years after, yeah.
And they are literally emptying clips into him. They're burning him. They're cutting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, his skin, and they give, like, his skin is impenetrable, including internally, which makes him different to Translucent.
Yeah.
Only Translucent's outer skin was impenetrable.
That's a very good point, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the bit where they try and see if his eyes are equally impenetrable.
No.
And that's pretty much his response as well, because he breaks free and stabs that guy in the neck.
Well, they were kind of stupid to put a scalpel that close to him.
Yeah, and then they gas the room.
Yeah.
And he passes out.
He's radioactive at this point.
Yeah, we found out that he's radioactive.
Yeah, because I googled a sievert, and a sievert is used to measure biological damage caused by radiation.
Yeah, so it's not the level of radiation you've exposed to, it's how damaged you are by said radiation.
Yeah. And 20 sieverts, I think it's like 10 and you're liquid.
Yeah, so 20 is like pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. Butcher's not wrong when he's like, they should Chernobyl off of him.
No, he's not wrong about that.
Holy shit, I need to find out. Somebody needs to tell me, because it says like the 28th of something 1986.
Nah.
Chernobyl went nuclear on the 28th of April 1986. Do you think maybe?
Yeah,
maybe.
Is the illusion there that something they were doing, a test on Soldier Boy went wrong and that's what caused?
Yeah, a huge
possible.
meltdown.
Very possible, especially in this world.
Yeah, because at that point it was all behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, no, MM's still not particularly pleased with Butcher, shall we say?
Do you blame him?
No, he's pretty fucking pissed off and makes it pretty fucking clear. And Butcher's like, come on, look, I had to do it. You know,
I took a drug, and he's like, no, that's not the point. It wasn't just a drug.
Yeah.
You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, the whole point of what we do
is that nobody should have this power.
Yeah.
And now that you've got it, you're so fucking blasé about it. And not only did you take it, you let Huey take it.
Yeah.
You let your fucking canary take it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think that's it for...
Like, Huey's so impressionable, and Huey very much wants to please Butcher and is slowly becoming his mini-me in this episode. He's got the scruff. There's a couple of ways he's wearing the jacket with the collar pop now. He's starting to kind of have the swagger. Even
the way when Butcher's looking at him and he has that quick flash of Lenny.
Yeah.
And Huey just looked back at him and was like, what? Real aggressively? And it's like, that's not a Huey thing to say.
No. In fairness, he's hunched over a mop sink.
Yeah, vomiting his ring up.
Oh god, yeah, I'm pretty sure boot count comes out of him at some point. We've all been there.
Yeah. But the little flash of Lenny was a nice touch, I thought.
Yeah. Butcher needs to realise that his actions have repercussions on the people that's around him. And he does care for Huey. I think he cares for Huey more so than MM and Frenchie. I think they are expendable to him they're fine on their own. They don't need him. He knows that Huey needs him. Yeah,
season 1 or 2, Butcher wouldn't be this aware of it. But
Season
Butcher
3,
now, everything that he's gone through, does realise that he needs somebody like Huey or Lenny.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's seeing the flash there, is because he heard Huey's voice and then saw Lenny in his dream when he dreamt about taking the V.
Yeah.
So that's there in his subconscious that, he doesn't need, or he needs a Lenny and he needs a Huey. He doesn't need a mini-me going around all V'd up and acting exactly like him.
He does come to that realisation later on, though, when he's talking to MM and he's like, I don't have a line.
Yeah.
He needs Jiminy Cricket.
He does. And
he doesn't have a conscience.
I think at the minute he's torn between having a conscience or doing absolutely anything to get the job done.
Yeah. It's, does he destroy Huey in his goal to take down Homelander? Is he willing to burn the whole world down?
Yeah, it is. It's how far is he willing to go? But for MM, he's already gone too far. Yeah,
well, like, he took the V. I think it's that when he's like, did you kill Gunpowder? Did you kill him with your little laser eyes? And he's like, yeah, and it was fucking great.
And the conversation they had in the last episode about MM being the heart and MM being the one to keep the boys together. And he says at the end of the episode...
Oh, that's very evident once they get back to the US.
Yeah.
That's very evident about what happens. And he's like, oh, you know, when Butcher's like, oh, we need to get... to saying that he has to get her back to the US to get to a proper doctor. And MM's like, you don't give a fucking shit. And you don't care about that. You just want to get back.
And when they get back, MM is the one who takes her to the hospital.
Nice car, by the way.
That is a nice car.
does have a very nice car.
But yeah, him and Frenchie take Kimiko to the hospital.
Yeah.
And he tells Butcher to go and fuck himself. And Butcher's just kind of standing there. And Huey's like, well, you've got me.
No, that's not a good thing, Huey. You should have been in that car too. And if it had been season 1 or season 2, you'd have been in that car. Yeah.
Pretty much you'd have been with MM going, no, you can't take this.
Yeah.
But no, you're so blinded by, the system is rigged against us. We have to go dirty like Butcher always wants to do.
Yeah.
No, just no.
Yeah, Huey. Like, I get it, Huey. You tried to do things the right way and it didn't work. Doesn't mean you go to the immediate extreme of it.
Yep. But Huey doesn't earn himself any favours with us in the next scene where he's back in his apartment and chatting with Annie. Oh, where we do find out that...
Oh, how they've covered up Supersonic's death is by, like, he has stated previously that he had an opiate problem and had to go to rehab and thought nobody would touch him, and they just use that as an excuse.
Come on, to add insult to injury, or death in this case.
Yeah.
Like, Homelander kills him and it's like, yeah, let's just discredit him and say he died of an overdose.
A drug overdose is almost like the cleanest way of doing it. He had a history there that was well known, so it's an easy cover up.
Yeah. But Huey tries to comfort Annie over Alex's death and tell her it wasn't her fault when she really feels like it was. And yes and no. She could have warned him. I've said that already.
She did try and keep him out, but she did try and warn him and be like, you can't be here because they will ruin your life and like your family won't be safe. And she was right about that. She could have warned him not to talk to A-Train because he's a sneaky fucking asshole who will literally... A-Train was looking out for number 1 and number 1 alone.
Yeah, like when she said we need to build a team, she should have said, but maybe let me be the person who recruits them.
Yeah, because everybody hears... But she even said it to him when she's like, Homelander's the worst, but the rest of them are as bad. They're all like it. So she basically should have been like, just don't trust anybody on the 7 that's not me.
True, yeah. But it's not her fault. And Huey tries to tell her that, and she asks, well, look, please tell me at least Russia wasn't a bust and you got the weapon. And he's like, no.
No, you're going to want that White Claw now?
He tells her all the things he has for
I'm surprised at her restraint and only having the 2.
No, she has 4, I think.
Yeah, I would have been like, I'm going down to the off license, I'll be back in a minute.
Considering what he tells her. Soldier Boy is loose. And I took some temporary V.
Well, he doesn't tell her that. She's like, your arm was broken and now your cast is gone.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're really going to want the White Claw. So, yeah, he does tell her. And then he wants brownie points for telling her and not keeping it a secret. And it's like...
I didn't hide this terrible decision I made from you. Haven't I great?
Yeah, and she is like, are you honestly expecting me to give you a pass because you fucking told me?
Yeah, but did you spot in that scene the toast and the jar?
Yeah, shit's kind of coming back together for him. He's
in the first episode,
he's starting to get his Patrick Bateman back on.
Yeah, he was burning his toast and he couldn't open jars, and then he had to do it for him. And in this episode, he's popping toast perfectly browned and he's popping jars open, and it's all good for Huey as far as he's concerned.
Yeah,
he even admits to her that he fucking loved being on V. But oh no, I'll never do it again. I've seen trains.
But it was great. Well, no, that comes later that he'd never do it again the second time.
But he keeps coming back to this. Oh, it made me good. And, not good, but it made, I was able to do good and I was able to be useful. He's like, I even saved MM. And it's like, you saved MM before. Yeah. At the end of the first season.
Good Huey is the one that got tackled in that parking lot.
Yeah, and saved him with his 7th grade retainer.
Yeah, that MM had to smack out his mouth.
Yeah, like
that's good. That's brave.
Yeah.
You don't need the V to do that. You've already done it.
Yeah.
I know your little fragile male ego has taken a knock or two this season.
Yeah.
This is not the answer.
No.
This is he having a quarter life crisis.
I think he is.
And it's V instead of like a Well, he's got the supermodel,
but like
famous girlfriend.
Yeah, but all the things he's done throughout the 2 seasons, like, you know what I mean? He was the one who killed Translucent, and he blackmailed Ezekiel, and him and Annie got the V out. But he's done all this stuff, and now he's just like, oh, because I am not physically strong, I can't do anything. Get over yourself, Huey. Get over yourself.
Bad Fast and the Furious reference. He was like, I was out of there like Dom, whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm all about family. No, you're not.
But yeah, it's really getting to me that he can't see
the wood for the trees.
Yeah, he just can't see how bad and stupid of a path this is, and he's just blinded by his admiration for Billy and Billy's way of doing things.
But the whole point was that V is bad.
Yeah. And
people shouldn't have these powers, and then you got these fucking powers, and like, no offense to Huey, but Billy got the better power.
Yeah, no. Well, we check back in with Soldier Boy very quickly then, and see him in a Russian airport.
Get a big round of applause for security at any of the 3 New York airports.
For when he landed on the other side?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't know. He might have just, like, they might have tried to have stopped him.
Yeah, but you would have heard about it if there was an incident at, like, an airport around New York.
Oh, I'm not saying he blew it up, but, you know, he might have just knocked some people over and run away. Yeah.
Maybe he just, like, when they put the landing gear down, he just, like, tucked and rolled.
I think we might be getting a bit too bogged down in it. It's like a 10-second scene at most.
I know. Yeah, so he's rocking around some part of New York. I don't know.
Well, at that point, he's just in the Russian airport. He hasn't made it to New York. Before that happens, we check in with Maeve and Billy.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
I finally got my whole, like...
Billy hate fucking somebody.
Yeah, that, okay, it was Raynor.
In the comics, yeah.
Yeah, so somebody works.
And I was told if he was going to end up hate fucking anybody, it was probably going to be Maeve.
Yeah.
But first they talk a little bit of shop, and then they decide to get drunk together.
Yeah, and then he basically tells her that they're all despicable and deserve to be wiped out. And she's like, well, if you hate us so much, why do you want to be one again?
Yeah.
Fair point.
That bit where they're drinking and he says that about every last one needs to go. That's so Billy from the comics. Yeah. Because ultimately that's always what's kind of driven him at the back of it, is that just none of them. They're all exactly the same.
No, it all needs to go. And
even there he's saying every last one of them needs to go.
Aren't you one of them now by virtue of having taken it?
But the logical conclusion of every one of them having to go is because nobody should have that power, which is what fucking MM's been saying the whole time. Yeah, Billy's
it's do as I say, not as I do.
Oh yeah, Billy is a master of...
It's that whole, like, cult leader thing. It's very much that. It's like, well, I know what's best for all of you. Yeah. So you don't get to tell me what to do.
Oh yeah. But I do like there is still those little bits of realisation where he's talking about having done all the drugs and V was like nothing else, and Maeve says, oh, it must have been pretty great, and he's like, I hated every second of it.
Yeah.
And then says the line that I practically like yelled in delight at when I saw it the first time. He says, V just made me more me.
Yeah.
And yeah, he realises it's not a good thing. So Butcher knows it's not good to be more Butcher. So why the fuck doesn't Huey know it's not good to be more Butcher?
It's almost like Big Brother syndrome, where he's like...
Oh yeah, totally.
He very much has
definitely. But then they get down to some fucking...
Yeah, I really hope it was on MM's desk, because at least that one was clean.
That'd be more.
Because if it's on Butcher's, the last time we saw that desk, he was puking all over it. And you know that man did not clean up.
No. But yeah, they get it onto the Kinks.
Yeah, you really got me going.
And yeah, then we get to check in on Frenchie and Kimiko, but not before little Nina appears.
Oh, a check-in with Kimiko at the hospital. Like, because they've actually finally gotten her to a fucking hospital.
Took a while, but yeah.
Yeah, she only got stabbed with rebar and thrown through a wall and not healing.
Surely a Russian hospital would have been better than no hospital.
Considering that they're probably being hunted.
Yeah.
For blowing up a secret government facility and releasing a super hamster.
As little Nina tells them. Well, she doesn't mention the hamster.
No, but a whole lot of her Kremlin contacts have jumped out of windows. Yeah. Is how I'm going to phrase that one.
Yeah, been disappeared.
But yeah, she is not happy because they were sent in to do a small task and they burnt the world down again.
Yep, pretty much.
But she's got the bags of chocolate lines for her when she wakes up. And her massive scary dude, her lurch guy in the background.
Yeah.
Fucking terrifying. Also, she's just wandering around the hospital having a cigarette. Blown in the face of the guy with the air, with like the oxygen tube.
Yeah, little Nina doesn't give a fuck, in fairness.
Little Nina's more powerful than most of them.
Yeah, she shows us just how little of a fuck she gives when she's like, right, well, as far as I'm concerned, it's all your fault. You work for me now. Now go and kill this guy and his kid.
Yeah, well, we've already seen that. It's like with Sharia said that with Little Nina. It's the principle.
Yeah.
You can't pay her back.
Yeah, it's not so much about the transgression itself, so much as the transgression has happened.
Yeah, it's a matter of honour, and she is quite the vicious.
Oh yeah.
She is quite vicious. But there's also because she knows where Kimiko is, so that's the implied threat for Frenchie, is that if he does not...
Oh yeah, it's not just you. Yeah, we know this little girl is here in hospital.
Yeah, and she ain't healing. Apparently this radioactive blast thing that Soldier Boy has negates powers.
Yeah.
And not temporarily.
Yeah, because when she wakes up...
She's not healing, she's delighted.
Oh, she's so happy.
It's the only thing she just wants to be normal.
I know, I was so happy for her.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that she doesn't meet up with Ryan again, because if Ryan wants to know how she lost her powers, because Ryan doesn't want his powers either.
Yeah, no, I hadn't considered the Ryan aspect of it. I was just so happy for Kimiko that she's realised that she has no powers.
Yeah, which means they don't have to hang around anymore, which means they can go to Marseille.
Yeah, they can get the fuck out of it. They probably won't, but they
Frenchie
can.
probably should, because little Nina's after him.
Yeah, no, he really should.
Yeah, he should leave immediately. Now. Go. See ya.
Yeah, because in fairness, they're not really, apart from the start, they're not really involved in any of the boys, the superhero stuff this episode. It's just Frenchie and Kimiko together. Like.
And in fairness, there probably should have been a phone call there to MM at some point to say that Kimiko doesn't have his powers, that this is possibly the weapon they were looking for. Like, I know at the end of it, they have this whole thing going on, but they were working on the theory that he negated her powers. That's why she wasn't healing. Yeah,
well, I mean, nothing else happened to her.
This is basically confirmation.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Well, like, whatever about her not healing.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's not got the strength or anything like that when she wakes up and she can't lift anything.
Yeah, she didn't heal. She's not strong.
I just worry now that Billy's going to be like, oh, well, she's useless to me, and inject her ass with temporary V and make her powers come back.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what way it's going to go. Like, sometimes I can predict certain things about what I think might happen in the show, but I don't know where they're going to go with her. Because I just want her to be happy.
That's the only reason he's kind of been tolerating her, is because she is lethal.
Yeah, she's useful.
He literally used her to make a deal with little Nina.
Oh yeah, he only keeps people around that are useful.
She's no longer useful to him.
I'll be really interested to see where they go with her. Once she's happy, I'll be happy.
Oh, she's so happy.
If she's powered or unpowered.
Then they kiss.
They do kiss. It's a little bit later.
I don't care.
A little bit later that they
I
kiss.
don't care, because his face at the coffee machine where he's like, it makes me really happy. Honestly, kimchi for the win.
Oh yeah, I know. But the musical number when when we cut back to them later on,
they kind of teased it already with her singing in the first episode.
Yeah, they had. No, I mean I'm fine with them. You know me, I normally don't like musical numbers.
Yeah.
But that one didn't bother me. My issue with it was, where did the daydream of the musical number start? Did she just kind of
make a noise,
hoarsely say "I"?
Yeah, because they both have they still have the headphones in and everything when the musical number ends. Yeah, because she kind of hoarsely says "I," and Frenchie stops and looks at her and takes out an earphone, and then she hoarsely says "I got rhythm," and the musical number starts. When we cut back to them after the musical number, they both have their headphones in, and he's just looking at her. Yeah. So did she just say the "I" and that was it, and then she turns and kisses him? Yeah, I think all the musical numbers are her reality.
Oh no, I didn't think
It's
all
her-
of the musical
no,
number was
it's
reality.
Her,
It's just
her
weird.
escapism.
But which is where does that switch start? I'm trying to.
I think it's at I got rhythm.
So you think she actually managed to say the full sentence of
I think
got
she
rhythm?
said the I and then the delusion, as it were,
Yeah.
is when he takes the headphones out and goes and gets the nurse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he wouldn't call because she can speak because she's not being treated for that.
You can talk. I can sing. Dr. Zayas.
But yeah, yeah, it was just that little bit of I wasn't 100% sure if her speaking the full sentence was supposed to be part of the reality or part of her daydream.
No, I think it was just that she made a noise.
Yeah, was enough.
Yeah.
And then after the musical number, when she kisses him and Frenchie's reaction to the kisses.
I'm going to have a coffee. Do you want a coffee? I'm going to go have a coffee. I think he just can't process it because he's tried to kiss her before and then he's realised it was a real bad idea. He's real lucky she didn't break anything that time. And they have this genuine friendship and they care for each other deeply, and it's not romantic in that way.
Or it hadn't been. And
yeah.
But no, I think part of me, is just the reason that it plays out the way it does is for the drama of it. So he, and it is kind of in character for him to be a bit shocked that she kissed him. And then doesn't know how to deal with it, so says, "Oh,
yeah, because he's got the real moony."
But when
she's just laid one on him, and he's gone off in a daze.
Yeah, but
he doesn't know how to deal with it.
He looks shocked, but not in either a positive or a negative way when she kisses him.
Yeah,
and it's not until he gets out to the coffee machine that he kind of looks quite happy with himself.
I think he's just kind of like, yeah.
And I think the only reason
who the man.
I think the only reason that they have it play out that way is so that when he gets taken away by little Nina, which we see is what happens to him at the coffee machine.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that. So all from her perspective, she kissed him, he had a weird reaction and left and never came back. And I think that's the only reason that he responded the way he did was so he could have that drama there. Because poor Kimiko's left all sad.
Yeah, but she was also, Lil Nina's been ringing him. He checks his phone before that. So she knows where she is. She knows that he's supposed to go and do this. Obviously, he wasn't expecting him to be taken.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to worry her with it because she might think that the reason little Nina's after them is because she fucked up.
Yeah, well, I think he's not going to do it anyway. They have made their plan to go to Marseille after the Russian mission finished, and he wants to be off the leash, so he's not about to go back under her leash.
Yeah.
He wants to just try and be there for Kimiko, I think. But that doesn't really work out for him, and he gets Frenchie napped.
He gets Frenchie napped. In fairness, you want to, Lurch is a big boy.
Yeah, no, Lurch is a big boy. And Kimiko is sad.
Yeah.
And that made me sad.
Yeah, that's a sad that Judy Garland won fix.
No, you're probably right there.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all we have for the Frenchie and Kimiko side of things for the episode.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was nice to see the development of the relationship between them.
Have any of the others learnt their sign language? Oh, I suppose she can text.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be what happens when the rest of them show up and are like, where's
Frenchie?
And she'd be like, I don't know, he just left.
And will they? Because after everything that goes down for the rest of the boys in this episode, are they even going to be thinking about what Frenchie and Kimiko are up to?
I don't know what MM is going to do when he wakes up.
Yeah, because shit gets fucking serious after Soldier Boy makes it back to New York and
eradicates a building.
Yeah, has a bit of a PTSD freak out.
That is, you can see it's completely uncontrolled.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like he's
the fact that whatever he is doing, he sucks shit into him.
Yeah, is it like an electromagnetic thing? Some sort of gravity field or what?
I don't know. I think it's just the sheer force of whatever is building inside him, which doesn't seem to ruin his clothes. Unlike other shit we've seen, Nakeeb had to take his pants off.
After the explosion, we don't see him again until...
But later on, he does it wearing the suit.
Oh shit, that's a very good point.
And the suit is fine.
Yeah, sorry, that's a very good point. I assume he didn't strip off to blast her and then put the suit back on.
No, because that's a lot of layers.
Yeah, shit, I hadn't considered that. That will be one to watch to see if it was just an oversight or if it is actually...
Or does he have some Hulk pants?
Yeah, because how could he blast a hole that big through a building and char the fuck out of everything around it?
The first time he's naked.
Yeah, and not his suit.
Yeah.
Because that suit wasn't built
for that.
For that power.
That suit was built for
for normal Soldier Boy, standard Soldier Boy,
standard Soldier Boy.
But yeah, no, I do. I really like how that scene is shot and the effect of him.
Yeah, because you can hear the radio in Russian, and that just sets him off.
Yeah.
And it is just like, oh shit. And I was thinking when he starts acting sketchy around the radio first, I was like, oh shit, have they programmed him? Is he going to be like a Winter Soldier?
Is it a Winter Soldier type thing?
Yeah.
No, I kind of thought that they were going the way they went with it.
Yeah, it was just PTSD, because I thought, oh fuck, has somebody given him a code word?
And I do really like the reveal of it, because we see him start to blast. But we don't see the effect of it. And then... Until
the guys end up on the scene and actually see it.
Well, we see a bit of it in the scene that follows with where MM's with fucking Todd. And
fuck you, Todd, you fucking asshole.
That scene ends with footage on a news report of what happened, and you still don't see the blast. You see everything up to the blast, and then the cameras cut out.
Yeah, well, because the cameras get annihilated. Can we just talk about how much of a fucking tool Todd is?
Yeah, I was going to say, but before we get onto anything else that happens, fucking Todd.
He's a social studies teacher. He's a fucking, no.
And the dickhead can't even see anything wrong with what Homelander was saying that
time.
Oh,
I know, his language is a bit salty.
We were right. He's gone all fucking edgelord Michael Douglas falling down, thinks that, oh yeah, this is the best thing that's ever happened.
He's one Amazon payment away from a fucking fedora and a katana.
Yeah, no, Todd's a dick. Fuck Todd.
Yeah, Todd's an absolute fucking asshole. And yeah, MM's right. She's not the kid. She's my daughter.
And he's like, he says it's, okay, the language is a little bit salty. And that was a pretty out there speech, but when Marvin uses one curse word, he's like, oh, watch it in front of the kid.
I also don't like the way he's like, Marvin.
I don't like the way anything about fucking Todd. Yeah. And it's not just because he's going out with MM's
Todd.
ex.
Todd has the tiki torch. It's just masquerading as a garden ornament. Oh, he's a fucking arsehole.
He is an arsehole. I don't know that he's necessarily a racist, but he is a fucking white collar douchebag.
Yeah. We hate Todd.
Yeah, no, we hate Todd, and that is very clear, and we will probably continue to hate Todd. He hasn't gone up in our ranking at all in this episode with his actions.
No.
But yeah, no, I do like then how when we see the news footage, it's a little bit more of what happened with Soldier Boy, and obviously MM has a little bit of a freak out.
Yeah, and what's really, really sad is his daughter being like, oh, is this my fault? And he's like, no, baby. That's
what I really liked, is even in the midst of his freak out and everything that's going on, he's still, and his is a
panic attack.
But yeah, it's a compulsion. It's something that he has no control over, really.
Yeah.
He still manages to be able to reassure his loved one.
Yeah.
Fucking any of the rest of them can't do that, and they aren't it's not a compulsion with them.
Yeah,
they're just being assholes.
He's actually gone, and he's gone and actually gotten medicated and sought help.
Yeah.
And tried to work out coping techniques and things like that. And just seeing Soldier Boy, and we get little flashes as well of whatever happened to his family, which seems to have been involved rubble, dead bodies.
It was a car crash. We know it was a car crash.
It didn't look like a car crash.
We've been told it was a car crash.
Yeah, but in those flashes, it didn't look like a car crash. That's all I'm saying. And then Soldier Boy there grinning maniacally.
Yeah.
So knowing he's in the US has just compounded all of that for MM. MM is going to curb stomp him.
No, well, he certainly is going to want to.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really interesting to see where it goes with MM and Soldier Boy, because he wasn't watching those experiment tapes with glee. I wouldn't say that he felt bad for Soldier Boy.
No, he also wasn't watching
it
what they did to him.
But he certainly wasn't watching it with any sort of joy of, this is a man who's getting what he deserves.
Why was the narration in those tapes in English?
It wasn't. You're just so used to reading subtitles.
Oh.
That's literally, we watch everything with subtitles, and you are so used to. I actually had the same thing in the last episode when fucking dildo oligarch guy was talking in Russian, and I was just reading the subtitles and had the same
Ivan
thing.
from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they weren't. That was in Russian, and we were reading subtitles.
All right. Damn.
That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's how little subtitles actually distract you.
I prefer to watch it with subtitles because I'm a really loud person.
Especially with this, when there are some lovely little throwaway lines here and there throughout the show.
Yeah.
My favourite of all time being when Deep is crying over Lucy
I promise to harvest your blubber.
Yeah, deep being oh Lucy, that's it. That you catch that one on the subtitles.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, races off, but not before reassuring his daughter. And obviously is going straight to the scene of the crime. But,
Huey and Butcher are already there, and then one of Huey's co-workers is there and is like, didn't you just break your arm? And he's like, yeah, it was a really bad sprain. Is Vic coming?
And he only told her when they were in Russia he was still going to need another, say, week or two. All he has to do is say, oh yeah, the cast broke off. I accidentally broke the cast.
Just put a sling on.
Well, I mean, it'd be a bit like there and then to try and put a sling on.
But just put a sling on and be like, and get one of those, like, those, like, wraps and be like, oh, it doesn't need the cast. I just need to, like...
Yeah, or I accidentally broke it. I was on my way to the hospital to get a new cast and I heard about this, so I came here to see what was going on. But
or just use the classic, I got it wet in the shower and it stank, so I cut it off. Because if you've ever smelled wet plaster cast...
It is. It's horrible. But I do. That's where then we get to see the full effect of Soldier Boy's blast. And
there's a hole in that building.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking devastating.
There is a hole. That's some property damage right there.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully they have soup insurance.
Yeah.
From Vault.
But as the boy, as Huey and Butcher are talking it out, they see shows up. He's not best pleased to see them again.
No, that's a very tense conversation, and Huey is just so sketch because he knows Vic's on her way, and he doesn't want to be there, let alone there with Butcher and having a fucking handbags.
Yeah, and Butcher's basically the only thing that Butcher can say is, look, work with me this one last time to take Soldier Boy down, because
we don't even have to see each other after
this. I owe you this much.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that's not what he's going to do at all.
No.
But reluctantly agrees. And
there's only so much, Butcher's right. Can't take him on.
No.
But won't take the V. Butcher will take the V. He has no compunctions about that.
Yeah.
He's like, you need me. You need me to do the dirty work you won't do.
But I think that's that is MM's point, because he says that has a thing about you have to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's MM's like, okay, yeah, no, this is a thing that absolutely needs to be done, but we have to do it right or we're no better than them.
Yeah.
Whereas Billy's just like, no, we just have to do it.
Yeah, he's like, do you want to end up like your dad? Wasting your life trying, on a pointless endeavour.
Yeah, and MM really he's just not hearing it. And I mean, he's right. He's made his point, is you have to draw a line, and this is where my line is.
Yeah.
I will not take that. He's not trying to stop them from taking it. Yeah. He's trying to argue with them and get them to see his point, but he's not going to physically stop them from taking it. He's not giving them an ultimatum about it or anything.
Well, he thinks that they don't have any of it until they take him around the corner and they're like, here's... Bad things happen in chunks.
I just love how it's a trunk reveal, and you're expecting...
It's always really... Wah.
But whenever trunk reveals happen from that angle, it's always something really big and impressive, like a massive bazooka or a whole lot of guns or whatever. Think of all the Supernatural boot reveals. And they open up this boot and it's just a tiny little thing with
the best chunk reveal is season 1 when they open it and there's nothing in there until they shock him with the cattle prod. And he's like, fuck, you have translucent?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they open it and it's this little tiny little bag with 3 little vials in it, just there.
And that's where they have the argument about drawing the line and his dad. And then Huey pipes up with the same fucking line that we've heard from him all season of, oh, but I'm all great and powerful and I have it. Do you want weak, ineffective Huey, or do you want strong handles as shit Huey? And it's like, oh, Huey, come on, fuck's sake.
Huey, if you lived with a gang for 9 months, you're fine. And you lived with a gang and you still used kid shampoo and they didn't beat you up.
Yeah, no, it is. It's all down to, as you said, his ego. His ego's been massively bruised.
This is the season where Huey's ego is just taking all the poundings.
Yeah.
It has taken all the poundings and now he's just floundering around and he needs to feel like the big man on campus again. But
he's decided that the V24 is the way for him to do that.
Yeah.
And they establish, okay, fair enough.
Apparently it's worth the Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah. So yeah, they just said, okay, well,
And
we'll
I'm
work
sorry,
together.
no.
The two lads on V and not on V, and they say, okay, well, where do we go from here?
Because we know you have a clue, because you always do. And he's like, well, look where we fucking are.
Yeah, well,
we're not in Midtown Comics.
First, he's offended at the fact that they would even question whether or not he has a lead.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like, look at where we are. And that's kind of all we get.
I kind of wish it had cut immediately to Midtown Comics and then panned up.
That would have been a nice touch.
Because he's in a penthouse? Because
the legend of the comics lives in a basement of...
Midtown Comics.
Yeah. But the legend of the TV show is just fucking brilliant. Paul Reiser was so much fun in this. I really enjoyed it.
I was saying that if he wasn't dead, I would have loved it to be Rodney Dangerfield because it's very much his style.
Yeah.
And it was literally missing kids these days, no respect.
And yeah, well, I think that he probably did channel a little bit of that in it, because where in the comics the legend is, as we said, he's basically he's Stan Lee in the world of the boys. He works for Vought Comics. He
wrote all the storylines.
When they'd get up to shit, he'd write the safe, kid-friendly version of their adventures and what they actually got up to. And in the show, I like that they've gone for more. The legend is he's
a fixer.
Yeah, he did what Stillwell used to do, and he says that, but he's almost like this. He's a Hollywood producer guy. Yeah. You know, he worked with all the film stuff, he did all the PR stuff, but the way he's all talking about celebrity the whole time, he's doing coke, he's got the glasses.
He's, if you've seen Hail Caesar, he's very much the Josh Brolin character, who's going around putting out the fires, doing all the things, trying to get George Clooney from the communists.
It is definitely
there's a touch of that going on.
Oh, there's definitely a touch of that going on, but with the excess
with the debauchery of the 70s.
Yeah. And I love the way he just keeps name dropping people that he banged.
Kelly LeBrock, little Big L, Big B, the rest is little.
Yeah. We're talking about Phoebe Cates and Soulja Boy being in a thing together.
And he was 67.
She was 19.
And nobody thought that was weird.
And what is it then? Oh, and fuck Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. He was like 1,000 in Entrapment. Or when he offers Huey the cocaine.
No, that's Sean Connery in Entrapment.
Oh shit, sorry, it is.
She's married to Michael Douglas.
That's, yeah. No, when he offers Huey the cocaine. No thanks, I'm full of cocaine.
And he just gives him a look like, right, no.
Alright, whatever. No, I did. I really, really, really enjoyed The Legend. I don't think I think that's probably it'll be one and done. Yeah. But if it is one and done, I'm delighted with what we got. It was fun.
I just felt like a lot happens in this episode and it was kind of lost.
Yeah.
I know, like they got him, they were saying, he was the one who worked with them, he ended up losing a leg, helping them take down Electroshock, who was a child abuser. Yeah. So he also has a line. He'll fuck somebody and get fucked by Marlon Brando at the same time.
Yeah.
Because
his response to Billy, hey, what? That's gay now. Fuck you.
Yeah. Although I got him to cut his fee for this. So who fucked who then? When they're explaining it to Huey, in the comic books, Butcher takes Huey to go meet the legend. Yeah. Quite early on, because he's there inside. Well, he's retired from Vault, but he knows all the stories. He knows all the backstories. He knows everything.
Knows all the history.
He's the one that can tell them the weaknesses, the how to get to them. And I think for him to have been such a pivotal character in the comic book, I would have liked to have seen him earlier, either earlier in the season. Yeah. Or
maybe if he had been the one who sent them off to Russia. Yeah. If they had been, they hit a dead end, and
if Mallory, because he knows Mallory.
Yeah. So or even just for whatever, but they after they find out from Mallory. Yeah. They go to the legend to see if he has anything else, and the legend is the one who knows that maybe he actually knows that Crimson Countess fucked him over.
Yeah, because that's it. He has her address. He's got Soulja Boy's suit, presumably a spare. He's got the shield though.
Well, I assume it's part of the suit. Yeah. Like if you're gonna keep the suit,
it's a beat to, like when you see the shield later, it is a beat to shit shield. So.
Well, I mean, he said he wanted to have it as like a keepsake. So if he's got multiple suits, even if he only has one shield, there's nothing to say that when Soulja Boy got taken back in Nicaragua that they took his shield too. So Vought would have taken his shield back and had it at a Soulja Boy memorial somewhere. And the legend just went off and said, I'm going to complete the set. I have the costume. Now I'll go and get the shield. And that's why he has both there.
Yeah, and then drops the bomb that, he's gone to see Crimson Countess and it's probably not going to be a good reunion.
Yeah. They're like, why? And he says, fucked if I know.
Yeah,
Off you go and find out yourself.
I don't fucking ask. I know how to keep my head attached.
Why does talent do what they do?
Yeah.
That's why they're talent.
Yeah.
I like that line. And it just that I think was what led me more that he was more of a kind of like a film producer type guy than the handler that Madeline Stillwell was.
Yeah, he refers to them as talent.
Yeah, because he refers to them as talent.
He's more of an agent. He was VP of like soup development.
Oh, I think he was.
Like
he was exactly what Stillwell was. It was her position before.
And he hates fucking Edgar and Stillwell.
Yeah, I think the impression is that Edgar and Stillwell edged him out, and then Stillwell got his job.
Yeah, I think Edgar kind of maybe have fucked him over the Nicaragua thing.
Well, or maybe because if he lost his
oh my god, did Edgar conspire to get rid of Soldier Boy because he was bad for their image and to introduce Homelander, who he was able to shape and mold? Mind you, Edgar also fucking hates soup, so.
Well, he doesn't. Well, Edgar has grown to hate soups.
Yeah.
Over the years, I would say he has grown to realise that they're just a bad product. But I wouldn't be surprised if Edgar was the one who offered him up to get rid of him, and we'll try again. And they tried again with Homelander.
Yeah.
Because that timeline wise, that could kind of fit. If they started after they got rid of Soldier Boy in 84, that would make Homelander, 37, 38?
Which he does look
which
around that age.
he could feasibly be.
Yeah.
Or maybe they already had him slightly in development. They planned to get rid of Soldier Boy and they started with this plan B and it hasn't worked out any better. That could very well be.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, what? Edgar's a sneaky little shit.
It could have been.
But I do like the fact that when they're standing there over Huey's shoulder, there's an old Crimson Countess movie poster, and it's the only one that's kind of very, very clear.
Yeah, it is.
Like all the rest, like the whole place is full of memorabilia, but that's like the one thing you see, and they're very good at doing that. Like you've got the bit in the first season in the subway station where the big Black Noir posters behind Kimiko.
Yeah.
They're very, very good at doing that.
No, yeah, that I won't say it's front and centre, but it's very
obvious.
It is
a Crimson Countess poster.
It's
like one of her old movie posters.
He's got there. And we see she still has some pulling power, and she's still got a bit of a fan base. That fan base that happens to be called Circumsalad 777.
Oh.
That bit. Fucking thank you, Seth Rogen.
It was like only soup fans, I think, or something.
It was soup porn premium, but it was done in the OnlyFans logo, and it just I love how she's telling them about all the chimps and stuff. And
well, at least she invested in a ring light on a tripod.
Yeah, but she's added like her chimp sanctuary that they're trying to build, that she's trying to fundraise for. Yeah,
she got she got the capuchin from Outbreak.
Yeah, and the other big...
Wouldn't that monkey be dead? Didn't Outbreak come out in like 1996?
Probably. And I like how Seth Rogen's like, oh yeah, I've worked with that monkey.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, is that supposed to be actual in-world Seth Rogen?
Yeah. I think it is. Although in my heart, it's the Blob from Monsters vs. Aliens.
Dunstan checks in. Is that the name of the
orangutan?
Yeah,
I know the orangutan you're on about, and I think
that's the other. I think that's the other one she mentioned.
Because the only other orangutan I know is Clive, and I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Is that the one from the
Right Turn Clive, and he punches him?
The Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Clyde, not Clive.
Yeah, I just love how he's like, they're not even chimps, really. Yeah. She's like, whatever. And then he's like,
whatever, they'll draw. They draw.
I love our chimp chats, but can we get down to it?
Yeah, because it's $19.50 a minute.
It's like 18. He's spent nearly $400 already talking about chimps before he even gets a chance to jacket the poor guy.
For the whole thing, I think it's like 19 minutes 37.
It is.
It's just shy of $400 total.
Yeah, it's shy of $400, and that he is jerking it for less than 30 seconds before he blows his load.
Yeah, yeah, he is. I had who heats up anal beads over a candle?
Who plays their own like shitty music?
And she only did the center 3. What? Do you like the chill? Like, also you were saying it would leave like that weird black smoky stuff all over them.
Probably not very hygienic.
She didn't even take her fucking boots off.
No, it just the fact that she plays her own song
and
to
then
sexily dance to.
And then it's like, yeah, that really hits the spot. And then gets awkwardly on the bed and then gets tackled off the bed hilariously.
I just love the way
it's a full-on rugby tackle.
Oh, it is. And Sir Comes-A-Lot is like concerned and calling out for her to see that she's still there, but still going for it.
Oh god, yeah.
And then shoots his load like 30 seconds into jacketed. But yeah, no, that whole scene was fucking hilarious.
And I really like, because Carl Urban is a Kiwi and they are mad for their fucking rugby, so I really hope that was just like the stunt double and they let him fly and tackle the stunt double. Because it really is a flying tackle over that bed. Yeah. And then when they chain her up and she's got the duct tape mittens, I do love the duct tape mittens. They did it properly this time.
I like that.
And they didn't give her an energy drink.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I like how they have her, like, the chains go down through the floor of the trailer and presumably into the ground. Yeah. Because
she's strong.
Yeah, she's a superhero. It's not just enough that you've got her mittens together and you can't just handcuff her, like.
Whatever way they've done her makeup, it looks like she's, like, overdone the lip injections when Soldier Boy does arrive later on. And she's like, you haven't aged. And he just goes, you have.
It's like when Dr. Roxo meets Dory McLean again.
Damn, you got old!
Yeah, I grew up.
Ooh, you're fat.
Well, I'm glad I got to say hi.
Yeah, oh, you old!
But yeah, she whatever way they've done, particularly her lips, and it looks like she's overdone it on the lip injections. And she hasn't. I've looked up a shitload of photos of her to see. Yeah. But it does have that whole trying to retain your youth thing.
Yeah.
You know, and just having him be like, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold. Yeah. That's cold.
But we get a hint of what's to come before that when the boys have her tied up and they're like, yeah, look, we know
your boyfriend's on the way.
Your boyfriend's on the way. And she's like, oh, fuck. What? No.
No. Because they tell her, they're like, oh yeah, Soldier Boy's alive. And she's like, how did he get out of Russia?
Yeah.
And they go, oh, hang on now.
Say what now? And that's when, she's like, no, you gotta let me out of here. This is a joke.
Yeah,
right?
we're all dead. We're all dead. But yeah, when they tell her that he's alive, her first response is, how did he get out of Russia? So she knew he wasn't dead. And that makes sense because she's the only one who runs up. She's the one who runs up and says, they take Soldier Boy's dead. They took his body.
Yeah, I think we might have said that in the last record, or certainly off air.
So she's
the only one who corroborated that version of events because she was supposedly the only one who saw it happen.
So now they know that whatever went down, she was involved on a much greater level than they realise. So whatever happened in the interim between that conversation and Soldier Boy arriving,
that I was just about to ask. Do you think they tried to get more information out of her, or because you see them walking out, and she's like, guys,
you gotta let me go.
The implication being that they just leave her in there until Soldier Boy shows up. But yeah, you think they'd want to get more information out of her like that. Well,
like, who were you working with? Who set you up? Was it Stan? We know he was there.
Because Soldier Boy doesn't ask, because we see the full conversation that Soldier Boy has with her, and he doesn't ask.
Yeah, all he wants to know is how much did they pay her?
Yeah, and then why?
And then they didn't even pay it, and she's like, they didn't. He's like, what? But for 40 years, he waited. He was like, I loved you, and I waited for you to come and get me. She got off easy. I know she got incinerated, but he has 40 years of pent-up rage and disappointment.
And I'm sure...
And betrayal.
I'm sure he loved her in much the same way as Homelander loved Maeve.
Yeah.
And I don't think Homelander would give Maeve quite a quick death as he gave Crimson Countess.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, she
did. No, I'm totally agreeing with you. She definitely got off
Considering the conversation that happens prior to that, when she's like, I didn't love you, I hated you, we all hated you, which is exactly what Maeve has just after saying to Homelander. Yeah. So yeah, he was proto Homelander and she's proto Maeve.
Basically, yeah. And they said more or less the exact same thing. Maeve said, I hated you and I pitied you because she knows that's what'll hurt Homelander. And Crimson Countess tells him, I hated you. We all did. Because she knows that'll be what hurts him most, because she's just heard all he wanted was to be rescued and to not be alone.
Yeah.
So no, actually you were alone the whole time, even when we were around you, because we fucking hated you.
We thought you were a prick, and in fairness, he doesn't do himself any favours because he was an absolute gobshite. You get that, like, when it's Mallory telling the story, by virtue of it being Mallory telling the story, it's going to be coloured by her perspective. But from the way the rest of them, like with the way Crimson Countess was talking about him and the way
Gunpowder
spoke about him, Mallory's retelling was fairly accurate.
And we can even see earlier before he explodes in New York, as he's walking around, he doesn't look too happy about the gay couple strolling down the street and giving each other a kiss. And it's not an immediate, like, super angry. You could maybe view it as, oh, he's just surprised at how liberal things are nowadays. But no, he's probably pissed off. He's probably just as much of a homophobe as he is a misogynist.
It wasn't a kind of looking at, oh, okay. It was a looking at, ooh, okay.
It was a ooh, this is where we are nowadays.
It was a ooh.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the way he's so quick to say to her, to insult her appearance. Yeah. I mean, obviously he knows he's going there knowing she's betrayed him, but he's still quite happy to get
but that's like the way he...
a superficial jab.
The first thing he says to Mallory is, I didn't know they made caseworkers
as pretty as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, so we've seen he's an asshole.
Oh,
And even when he shows up outside the trailer, the first thing he says to Butcher is, "Hey, you're that asshole from Russia."
Yeah.
not why did you let me out? Not anything like that.
At some point, he had a shower and a shave.
Yeah.
Presumably when he got the suit and
before the lines of coke, I'm going to guess, or maybe after the lines of coke,
and then was handed some talc and was like, "You're going to need this to get into that suit."
Wouldn't want to confuse the two.
No, I don't think talc can do much. Well, it's got.
Yeah, but you don't want to rub cocaine all over your body to try and squeeze into a suit.
If you had a baby powder thing full of coke, I don't think you're worried too much about it.
Are you telling me you don't think that the Legend has a talcum powder dispenser full of cocaine?
I think the Legend has a fucking Scarface-esque pile of it in a room somewhere.
Probably, yeah.
That he rolls in frequently.
Yeah, but
he rubs it into the stump.
before we get back to all his debauchery, while all the stuff is going down with Crimson Countess and Soldier Boy,
Annie shows up.
Annie has shown up. Because she shows up before.
Yeah, well, MM called her because MM is sensible, and he's like, we could use backup, and we're going to use.
Huey should have done.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to use backup, which is the person who actually knows how to utilise their powers, has super strength, has a useful fucking power.
Yeah.
We know she's pretty fucking strong.
But I think it's also as much to make the point of, well, you guys were saying, oh, we need to take the V because we need to have the powers to level the playing field. And he's like, but we already have a soup on our side.
Yeah.
And I like how he also says to Huey, oh, I told her what we were doing here. That's all. As in, I didn't tell her you're on V. You should fucking do that yourself.
Yeah. You're a big boy.
And they start to have a bit of an argument, and Butcher's like, here, take your fucking domestic somewhere else, will you?
Yeah, well, they took it like 4 miles away.
Yeah, they are miles away when that explosion happens.
He's like, let's go over here and chat. And you think maybe they walk to the other, away from the trailer?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like maybe 100 metres or so.
Not down into this park in construction that's like Spookyville.
Yeah, they are fucking miles away when that happens, when the explosion goes down.
And she's like, oh my god, you're on V again. I like the fact that he just shows her.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god.
Well, it's because he starts, oh, why did you come? It's dangerous. And she's like, yeah, if it's dangerous for me, it's even more dangerous for you. And he's like, well, maybe not as dangerous because, I'm on the V again.
Yeah. I know. He's like, I know I said I wouldn't do it. And yeah, number one, no, I wouldn't do it. It's the last time, I swear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's...
Yeah, give him about 2 weeks. He's going to be stealing his Ma's wallet. No, he can't steal his Ma's wallet. She left him.
He'll be stealing his dad's wallet.
And silverware to pawn.
Yeah, no, it is that drug addict.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
And he's like, why do you keep doing this? And why won't you see it? And he's like, but I want to save you.
When Butcher is showing the V in the boot of the car, Huey is visibly jonesing. Like he starts getting
pretty much, yeah.
He starts getting all twitchy and shit behind him. Like he is tweaking like a motherfucker at the side of that.
Yeah, and even when he's talking about it with Annie,
it's all jittery and like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, and when he's talking about not being on it, it's all, oh no, I'm shitty Huey. And
he's king of the world.
Tries to say, oh, but I want to save you. And it's like,
she doesn't want to be saved. She just needs you to be there and be normal.
And I like how she...
What happens when girls get it done? Because girls really do get it done.
Yep.
You're not letting girls get it done.
But yeah, I like how earlier on in the episode he says to Butcher, "You've got me," and when Annie says, "I need you," he's not there.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know if they'll be able to get past this.
No, it's going to take a lot.
I don't know if he deserves her anymore.
No, he really doesn't. He's just been a gobshite the whole way through.
Like,
he lied to her for the entirety of the first year.
Well, we were really happy in season 1 about how they dealt with it. They had their things hidden from each other. It all came out in the open, and they kind of tried to move forward. And they were like, "Yeah, this could be cool. They could have a good Hughie and Annie's relationship." And then he fucked it all up in season 2. Tried to get it a little bit better, and now he's fucking it all up again.
Yeah.
He kind of does that in the comics a bit as well.
He has a good thing going on, and he can't see it. At least he hasn't cheated on her.
No, I don't think he'll go that far.
No, but he may as well be.
Well, yeah, because he's not lying to her, but he's lying to her by omission, by not telling her things. Like
he thinks that by telling her after the fact that makes it okay.
Yeah, instead of what they did during in the past, which was work together to do it all.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that's not the way to go about it.
Like I know the whole theory is that it's better to beg forgiveness or ask for forgiveness and beg permission.
But that's in terms of like taking initiative, not ruining your relationship.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what he appears to be doing. And Butcher's not doing any better because he if we thought he had crossed or hadn't crossed the line with MM already, surely he has now because he roofies the fucking guy.
Yeah, I honestly when MM started feeling all weird and I was like, no, did he put V in the water? Is he that much of an asshole that he would actually, well, like obviously he's that much of an asshole that he's going to drug the guy. It just wasn't the drug I thought it was going to be. And then he's like, this is for your own safety. And then leaves him lying in front of the door of the trailer.
Which has an explosion that we can see from approximately 50 miles away where Hughie and Annie are.
Yeah, but how do you know that fucking Soldier Boy isn't going to be like, what the fuck, snap your neck? He's unconscious on the ground. You could have at least hidden him.
Yeah, no, I think when he says it's for your own safety, it's in the sense of if you're conscious when Soldier Boy shows up.
Convenient bush next door, like...
Oh yeah, he should totally move him.
Yeah. Have you never played a video game in your life? You hide the bodies.
No, but I think he means it more in the sense of if you're conscious when Soldier Boy shows up, you're going to do something that will probably get you killed.
Yeah, you don't know.
And you definitely can't be conscious for me making a deal with Soldier Boy.
No, you cannot. So he does, yeah. He's like, we call it a team up.
Yeah, and when Annie comes back and realises that Butcher has roofied MM and is absolutely appalled and looks at Hughie and Hughie just kind of looks like he knew this was the plan all along, which is even fucking worse. And then the bit that you copped straight away when Soldier Boy comes out and Annie's powering up, the eye is getting ready to attack. I was literally thinking to myself, it's so like fucking Butcher to not say, oh, hang on, he's on our side, or not he's on our side, but you know what I mean, for them to say, hang on, don't attack just yet. And then he steps in front between. But yeah, it's Hughie. It's
Hughie. And it looks like him. Like the coat, the collar, the whole demeanour.
And yeah, I think you're supposed to think it's Butcher who's done it.
But it's Hughie.
Yeah, you realise, no, actually, not only has Butcher done that thing, but Hughie has done that thing. He's not even bothered to say to Annie, oh, Annie, don't attack him. He just steps between them and then turns around and says,
Soldier
it's
Boy
okay.
Wasn't even arsed with Annie. She's powering up and he could see it and he was just like, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, all that's left is for Hughie to be a bastard one more time and walk off with Butcher and Soldier Boy instead of Annie when she basically pleads with him.
Yeah.
Don't leave me. And he leaves her.
Yeah, well, he's on the route to the Butcherville. Like, the shirt is getting a bit more there, the coat's getting there, he's got a bit of scruff.
He's got the same single-mindedness that we've given out about Butcher having before.
Yeah, he's got a real chip going on at the minute, which is driven by the fact that what he thought was right. Like, he could kind of lord that over Butcher, that he was on the right side of the law, they were making changes, they were doing shit, he was the one giving the orders, and then, he finds out Newman's a soup, and everything that he thought he was doing, they were getting, they were doing good. That's the thing, is like, yeah, okay, they may not have been able to get some of the really big ones, but they were still getting a lot of them.
They were,
and they were doing it with Vought. Like, I know that they were doing it with Vought.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've affected real change and real world change. And just because Newman might go around and pop one or two heads at the behest of Edgar.
It's a bit more than that
Yeah.
she's doing. But yeah,
Congress.
he's forgotten that he went off to stand on his own 2 feet. Not to go off and become super powerful and be Annie's saviour.
Yeah.
And he was standing on his own 2 feet.
Yeah, and he became the rock star of The Office.
That's, I think, what he's really upset about losing. Is losing his big fancy job and his, what he thought he had.
And his perceived respect.
Whereas what he still has is the love of a good woman, for
He
starters.
still has his job, for fuck's sake. It's not like he got fired. He just hasn't gone. He's just been calling in sick.
Yeah. He can talk as much as he wants about, the V makes me powerful and great and this and that and the other. He's still running from Vic, though.
Oh, God, yeah, he doesn't want to see her.
He's still running from her.
He can't he can't lie to her.
But I'm going to call it there because we've been recording for a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
So, anything you would like to add lastly before we wrap up?
Yeah, no, I think we've basically covered everything at this point.
If
there's anything else that we missed, I'd be amazed.
Yeah, there was a couple of bits that I wanted to say about Soldier Boy, but I'll just hold on to them for the next episode.
Yeah. The only thing I will say is that if they do a season 2 of Diabolical and I don't get what happened to Jamie upon leaving that facility, I will be very upset.
Yeah,
I want the adventures of a super hamster.
It'd be nice if we get a Diabolical season 2. But in the meantime, guys, we will be back next week to cover season 3, episode 6, which is going to be Herogasm, which it's probably going to be fucking insane.
I don't know how.
That's probably going to end up being we'll be recording for 8 hours after that just to talk about everything that's going to
It might actually end up being a 2-parter just for Easter eggs and shit.
Yeah, but yeah, so no, we'll be back next week to talk Herogasm, and in the meantime, if you want, you can check out all our previous episodes on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple. We're now on Amazon Music and Audible as well. And if you want, you can check out our sister podcast, Mono Rants at the Movies, where we cover some of our favourite cult and lesser known films.
Yes.
And if you want to come and chat with us, you can find us on Twitter at RantsMono. You can find us on Instagram at monorants_the_boys. Or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Sci-Fi.